Welcome back to Mid-Morning. Chase Bank in downtown Lexington wants to keep people's information safe this tax season. They're hosting a series of fraud and identity theft workshops this month.
Here to tell us more about the dangers and scams to look out for when filing taxes is Jennifer Hicks. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So we've made it back to tax season. What should people know?
Well, tax season can be a stressful time for people anyway, but scams are definitely out there right now for tax season, and we should really be looking at some of the top trends that we're seeing as Chase Bank. So we're seeing W-2 phishing, which people, think about a W-2, how much confidential information is on there. A lot of people are looking for that, right? IRS impersonation, the phone calls you may get thinking that you owe money somewhere, right? And even in EIN, so an employer identification number, there's fraudulent sites out there as well. So those are really the top 3 trends that Chase is sending right now.
As more and more people file their taxes online, how much are you seeing that play a role in fraud?
So we're definitely seeing it, but what we always suggest is just really slow down when you're looking at tax time, and when making sure that you have somebody that you can trust that's doing your taxes. And if you're not comfortable with it, because this might not be your everyday day job, just find somebody that can help you and answer those questions, and really just get organized before you go in to do your taxes.
How did the bank come up with this idea to host these workshops?
Well, because we've been seeing it so much out in the community, unfortunately. So we are doing 3 workshops coming up in the second quarter, and they're to help all of our clients and non-clients. So even if you don't bank with us, you can come to these workshops. We're going to cover trends that we're seeing in the community, ways that we can try to prevent some of this fraud, and really get in front of it.
It seems like a lot of times the perpetrators of these scams, one thing they use is put a time crunch on people. They say, you've got to do this right away. How much does that play a role in what's happening?
All of it, absolutely. They always try to get this sense of urgency, and they get you in that emotional state, right? And they want you to act now, or tell you got to act by the end of the day, or things will be blocked, closed down. And so again, what we just tell people is, if you get that sense of urgency, or you get that phone call and they're trying to get you to rush through it, just take a breath, just slow down, and then reach out to somebody if you need some help to guide you.
And what are some of the trends that we are seeing here?
Some of the trends that we're seeing is definitely the phone calls. We're definitely, if you ever get an email or a text message with a link to click, please don't do that. The banks are never going to send you a link to tell you to log in through email or through text message. Also, if you get some phone calls that may come up spam risk, nobody's ever going to ask you, the bank's never going to ask you for your identification code, or like one of those one-time passcodes or your PIN number.
They'll send you a text sometime and they ask you to get that number up, and then it all goes downhill from there. We've seen that too.
Absolutely. So just my advice would be, do not click the links, right? Because we don't want you to do that.
It's safe.
We put the dates up a few times, but this is free to the public. You don't need to register ahead or anything like that?
No, you can come on down. We always have like snacks and networking opportunities to meet other people in the community, but Chase is really just wanting to give back and get people prepared for some of the things that we're seeing.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you for having me. Thanks.